Hello. Good. I can hear you nice and loud through the car though, so that's good. This is the Triumph 400X Scrambler, and I've been sent this over from Triumph to have for a couple of weeks. Well, it's fun. Triumph. So as many of you will know, I was hosting the Bike Safe Ladies Day down at London, which was 2 days ago now. So I've ridden this about 600 miles since they've sent it to me already. So I'm pretty acquainted with it. Been able to test it on the road and off-road, albeit not that far, but enough for me to get a good feel as to what the bike can do. And I have to say, it looks the part and it actually does the job. Most bikes you get are more aesthetically pleasing than others, and they tend to be just that. Whereas this is actually a combination of both. So let's take a walk around. Of you will know, if you've been on my channel, you'll know that I'm about 5'6/7", don't say anything. I've rasped behind the camera and he's just giving me a look. But I've got a long inside leg, so I'm quite lucky in that sense, and I can flat foot a lot of bikes. But on this bike, I'm pretty much on the balls of my feet. That's because the seat is actually quite wide, which if you're on a different bike and the seat's a little bit more narrow, it allows you to bring your legs a little bit more together. It gives you more contact with the ground. But if you're comfortable enough that you can kind of shuffle, you can have one foot on the foot peg, cover the brake, and then you're good. So what I tend to do, or how I've been trained, is to have the left foot down and cover the back brake. It's 173 kilos wet. What is it? 179 kilos wet. It's a big tank, big engine block. It's not bad. Do you know what? I know I said about this bike being a bit wider than mine, but it's actually quite comfortable. Like, my legs sit underneath the tank quite nicely. Another thing I have to mention about this bike is the speed. It being a 400, you think to yourself, well, it's probably not going to be that powerful on the roads. I tell you what, it bloody is. It took me by surprise. Oh. Yeah, I might have gone a little bit too fast over that then. Nice pothole there. You can really feel the delivery powering through to the engine. Definitely made it back on time for dinner, put it that way.
It goes well, though.
Eh?
It goes well.
Yeah, it does. It's quite punchy. So for a 400, it's actually pretty punchy, especially in the lower end. I was finding it was actually leaving the ground quite often. Not necessarily on purpose. Everyone knows I'm not a stunt rider and I'm a big advocate for safety. And it's something that I wasn't expecting, because for a 400, you'd think to yourself it would probably be lagging behind a lot of the top end bikes, when actually, it delivered pretty well. Probably a bike that isn't for a beginner because of the power of delivery. If you're not used to that, it can be a bit daunting and maybe throw you off guard. So therefore I would say it's probably for someone who's got a little bit more road experience and has had a little bit more tests with bikes of a similar nature that have a low end and a punchy performance. Oh, gravel, yay. Oh, I love gravel. Gravel's my favourite. No, I don't like gravel, and I don't like trying to do a U-turn on a bike I don't know. Tippy-toe, 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 whee! Oh, I've picked the worst route here. It's like the moon.
No one likes to show off.
Unless what they're showing off is dope as
Alright, show off. And again, that's just another thing you're going to have to go out and experience for yourself, because there's no point me telling you how it felt for me on a big wide motorway going back home from London for 3 hours, it could be totally different, and you could be pootling around town, or you could be out in the lanes like we are today. And away from the mud. Bye mud. And you're going to think that the delivery is completely different for you. So it's just user experience, and each person has their own opinion on how the bike delivers for them. But for me, it was pretty bloody good. So all in all, the 400X, would I own one myself? I probably would. I don't really say that about many bikes. As many people know, I'm a cruiser girl. So I love my cruiser. I have a Honda Rebel 500 CMX, which is in the garage at the minute, and I've only ridden it probably about twice since I've had this bike. It's something you have to go down to the shop and try out for yourself. Go buy one. Yeah, recording good. And I'm actually, bump, 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 bump. I want to go climb that tree. Ouch. What are you doing? What are you doing? Phone holder's just given up.
You're gonna do that halfway through when you're
Put that away. Anyway, I've forgotten where I was now. Here comes that muddy puddle. Ooh. Shh, quiet.
Your head's not in the shot at all.
It is now.
No, it is.
Oh, a bug. That back wheel slid out. Is there any gravel? And again, what? But it's just such I can't talk today. Start again.